What is up, guys? Welcome to the Raw review. Night after SummerSlam. The hype is still going on, and sadly, to start off the show, the hype had to end a little early, man. Finn Balor, Raw's new Universal Champion, tonight has had to give up the title. Sadly, this is kind of upsetting. Apparently, this is not the first time this has happened. Someone has been injured off of this. This move ended Sting's career. Seth Rollins is power bombs, man. They end careers. I swear. Seth Rollins is power bombs. Apparently, last night, and I remember this too. Seth Rollins power bombed Finn Balor into the barricade outside the ring, and it jacked his shoulder up. Like Finn Balor's not healthy. And so, that's pretty much all I can say. It's just, dang, man, you win it, and then you got to give it up. The same thing happened to Sting. Seth Rollins hit that corner, that power bomb, and now Sting had to retire earlier than he expected to because of it. Seth Rollins is power bomb ends careers, man. I'm really shocked that that's a move they haven't banned yet because I'm not saying ban the power bomb period, but be safe with it. You wouldn't expect for the turnbuckle power bomb to end into somebody's career like that, but it ended Stings. And last night it was close to Finn Balor, as Finn Balor is now severely hurt, and he's not going to be there for a while. So I was not shocked about what was gonna happen next. It was kind of obvious. Of course, I literally called it. It was kind of funny because I had called it, and as soon as I called it, it happened. Of course, Seth Rollins was gonna go running his mouth, man. Seth Rollins, he starts running his mouth. I'm the best at this, and he's just pretty much like I want my match. I want a match for that title. And Sami Zayn, he was just oh yeah, well, before Sami Zayn came out, he was just like, let's stop living in the past and let's start thinking about the future. And that's when Sami Zayn came out, one of Finn Balor's best friends, and he just told him, he was like, if anybody deserves it, it's me. You lost last night. And the next man that came out was Kevin Owens, Chris Jericho. It came to the point, it ended with Roman Reigns oh yeah. So this is what Mick Foley said. He said that tonight it was going to be a bunch of qualifying matches for next Monday for a Fatal 4-Way for the WWE Universal Championship and a Fatal 4-Way match. And so I'm going to get into some of that in a second. But, my opinion on this whole Balor getting hurt thing, I don't know if it was, scripted. I can't really say if it was scripted or not. I'm not really sure. It is a shock to me. I am pretty shocked about it. I don't think anybody was expecting that. I think some people were expecting more, but hey, what happened? We got what we got. So the first match of the night, first qualifying match, we have Seth Rollins versus Sami Zayn, and it was actually a really good match. Of course, we know who was gonna win this. It would be nice if Sami Zayn could get that dub, but of course, Rollins got the dub. It ended with Sammy was going for a Louis kick. It got blocked by Rollins. Rollins drops Sammy to the knee after he counters it, and Sammy leg I think it got caught in the buckles or in the ropes or something, and that's when Seth hit the no, he hit the it's a type of driver. I forgot what it's called, but he hit the type of driver and took the advantage, and then he picked him up after that, and then he dropped him with a pedigree, and Rollins he advanced, and Sami Zayn. And now Sami Zayn, now he has to go into the hospital because now not only has Rollins injured Balor, But the next night, Sammy comes out and steps up, get himself an opportunity, and now Rollins has now put Sammy down as Sammy now has rolled his ankle. His ankle injury is not good. It's not good at all. But after that, we went to the commercial. They showed what happened last night with Brock and Randy, and of course that decimate, that decimation, man. Pretty much last night, man. Brock, raped Randy, and I'll get more into that. No homo. I'll get more into that, later on in the show. But up next, the next match was Kevin Owens versus Neville for a qualifying Universal title match for that Fatal 4-Way. And this also was a really good match, but it was, you might as well say it was a handicap match, man. Jericho kept on getting involved constantly, and eventually that cost Neville. Eventually Jericho, he cost him. Like, he just kept on distracting. At one point, Neville was going up on the top so he could hit the red arrow. Jericho distracted that last time. Neville, Neville was just. He didn't really distract the whole time. It was around the ending. Around the end, that's when he started really distracting. Neville was probably about 2 minutes late. Like, Jericho ran up on the ramp and he was just doing a bunch of stuff, just throwing off Neville's attention constantly. And Neville was going up for the red arrow, and he threw him off that last time, and Kevin Owens took advantage of that. He got him, hit that, he got him into the that reverse neck breaker off the top rope. I forgot what the name of that move is. It's a big neck breaker. He has him backwards. He has him in the rack attack, the rack attack, and then he just turned it right into a neck breaker. And he beat Neville off that, and Owens advances to the Fatal 4-Way. So at this point, we got Sammy and Kevin Owens. But let's see. And tonight, guys, sadly, tonight was it was the ending. My bad. It was the ending of the Dudley Boys. Now that I'll get into that more later on in the show, but next match, man, we got Carl Anderson versus Biggie. Alright, man, this is actually a really good match. They had a pretty good match. Biggie showing that he still has what it takes to get in the ring after no ring rush, no enhancements. Wink, wink. That man, hopefully no suspension. But that man, he was in the ring. He did his thing. At one point, Gallows tried to get involved, but the New Day didn't let it happen. They took out Gallows. Anderson had ran right into a side slam, reversed right into a big ending. 1, 2, 3. Anderson gets pinned by Big E, and Big E comes back on the roll, man. Big E, he was feeling it tonight. That man was happy. But let's see. Up next, man, we got this promo that was cut by Titus ONeil. He came out and just, man, don't talk about my kid. No, I'm joking. But he came out, man, and Titus wasn't playing around. That man, he was just like, all right, man, let me tell you the truth. If it wasn't for Darren Young all these years, I would be the new Universal Champion. If it wasn't for Darren, I would be winning the Royal Rumbles. I would be main eventing WrestleMania. I would be holding the titles, all the championships. If it wasn't for Darren Young, he said last year when I dropped the tag team titles on purpose, he said, man, let me tell you something. It didn't hurt me. He said it helped me because I got rid of that dead weight. And he kept on calling Darren Young out, and the people booed him. The people people kept on booing him. He kept on booing him. Eventually, Bob Backlund started running out, and Titus ONeil was just like, he said, don't get your old butt in this ring. I'm gonna have to whoop you now. I'm gonna have to whoop you. Bob Backlund got in the ring, man, and he tried to lock in the chicken that chicken wing submission hold. Titus ONeil escaped, started stomping on him. Darren came out. Don't hurt Bobby. Don't hurt Bobby. He came out, tried to stop it, and he did. He stopped Titus for a little bit. He was just like, man, you went too far. And while he was taking care of him, Titus said, hell no. He turned around, hit the Clash of the Titus on Darren, and Titus pretty much laid Darren and Bob Backlund out cold, in the middle of the ring. But I mean, like I don't know why they doing this. To me, this is kind of horrible. I don't really want to see Darren Young and I don't want to see Darren Young and Titus ONeil have a match. So like, this is boring. It's not entertaining. It's not interesting. It's not something I want to see. I don't know about you guys, but to me, I'm not into it as well. I think they can. I really do think they can use Darren Young better than this. I think they can use Titus ONeil better than this, man. I don't want. And at the same time, I want them to be individuals, man. I'm tired of this $1 million move bullcrap. Because the first time they broke up, Darren Young took the $1 million moves theme song. Titus ONeil got a new one. They got back together. They broke up again. Darren Young gets a new theme song. Then Titus ONeil keeps the $1 million moves theme song. I'm tired of this $1 million moves crap. Man, that move was made 2 years ago. That $1 million move, man, it was made years ago. And it's not, man, they're bankrupt. They are bankrupt right now. They need to get rid of it. I'm telling you. But up next on the show, we got Stephanie back there in the backstage with Tom Phillips, and Tom Phillips, he asked a question, last night. What do you have to say, Stephanie, knowing how Brock Lesnar reacted last night against Orton, and not only just Orton, the way he reacted towards your brother, and Stephanie, she was actually really upset. Stephanie was just like, Brock last night, I do have to agree with my brother. I truly have to agree. Brock Lesnar went way too far. He went too far, and he not only did he go too far on Orton, he went too far on Shane, and this repercussions will be dealt with. And she basically just said next time Brock Lesnar shows up, it's gonna be punishment. I don't know what that punishment's gonna be because he's the beast. But I hope it's like an opponent or something big like Goldberg, because I don't want to see. I swear, if the repercussion is Triple H, I don't want to see Triple H versus Brock again. We saw that at WrestleMania. We saw that at Extreme Rules a month later. I don't want to see that again. I really don't want to see it. So man, let's just hope that we get maybe a Goldberg or something, and maybe they can actually have a good rematch other than WrestleMania 20, because WrestleMania 20 was trash. Like the WrestleMania is okay. I'm not gonna say the WrestleMania was trash, but that match, Brock Lesnar versus Goldberg, that was a horrible match. That was just disappointing to me. That was the ruining of the night. A match with that much build up in the way, and that was just horrible. But moving on, and horrible. Shit. But moving on, we got the WWE Universal title for the 4-way qualifier. We have Rusev versus Big Cass. And I was pulling for Big Cass in this match, and I was right too, because Big Cass got that dub, not how he would have wanted to. Like Big Cass, he was closing in on that victory, man. At one point, of course, Rusev was still hurt after last night. Roman Reigns and his anger issues, Roman Reigns lost control last night, and he demolished Rusev, and Rusev had bruised ribs. And at one point, Rusev was dominating this match until Big Cass got some punches. That punches turned into a big boot, and he started stealing off of him. And Rusev jumped out the ring, and Rusev just started walking out. Rusev, he pretty much was just like, I'm already U.S. champion, I don't need the Universal title. I am the champion of the show. And he just pretty much walked out. And Big Cass won by countout. So Big Cass qualifies for the Fatal 4-Way match. And now this is kind of interesting because this whole time that Big Cass is having this match, Enzo's just sitting there. He's just sitting outside the ring. What's next for Enzo? What can Enzo really do at this point? That's the question, man. Like, I know Enzo is talented, but can Enzo still be Enzo without Big Cass? Let's just say, just the possibility, which the chances of this happening is really low. But let's just say, if WWE just decides to blow our minds and Big Cass does win the Universal title next week, what's next for Enzo, man? What is Enzo gonna do? We gotta think about the possibilities, man. What if Kevin Owens wins? What if Seth? Which right now I'm pretty sure either Seth or Roman's gonna win it. Which I don't want neither one of them to win it. Like man, Seth Rollins is good. He's a good wrestler. I like what Seth Rollins, but right as of now, I don't think it would be a good idea to give Seth Rollins that title. I think you need to give somebody gives it to somebody that hasn't really had a big title like that before. Like Kevin Owens, he's been Intercontinental Champion, but he hasn't held a WWE title, or Big Cass, he hasn't held any gold. So I surely don't want to see Roman Reigns. If Roman Reigns wins, like if he does do it, I'm done. I can't do that. I'm sorry. I cannot watch it. That's just disappointing. That is truly disappointing. But yeah, moving on. We got there was a segment backstage with Tom Phillips and Owens and Jericho, and pretty much there was a lot of tension between the two. Like they were talking about the Fatal 4-Way, and Phillips was just like, "All right, so Jericho, what's gonna happen if you can beat Roman Reigns tonight?" And he was just like, "When I beat Roman Reigns, and when I get into that Fatal 4-Way match, and when I become champion." And, and Owens was pretty much just like, when you try to become champion, because, I'm going to be a good champion. And they pretty much went back and forth talking about how they both were going to be good champions and stuff like that. And it was like a little tension, a little back and forth, which I was just like, I kind of want, I really don't know who I'm pulling for in this Fatal 4 yet, because I mean, I can't really see Big Cass winning a singles title like this yet. I can't see it yet. We all don't want Roman Reigns to get it. We know this. Seth Rollins, I feel like he's just gotten stale, man. Like stale as a champ. Like I think what would help him out, like I would pick this man if he turned face. Like if Seth Rollins went ahead and became a face, and he was going after the championship, oh yeah, man, I would be picking Rollins all day. But the fact that this man, he's a mega heel, we've seen it before. I want to see something different. And I mean, Seth Rollins at one point, man, this heel championship side, it got real stale. And it still is kind of stale. And I really don't want to see this man win it. I don't want to see Roman win it. So, pretty much it's down to Big Cass and Owens, but it's so hard knowing that these Owens and Big Cass, knowing that they're part of teams now, it's so hard for me to see, one of these men actually take it. But up next, we have the women's champion, Charlotte, which Sasha Banks was not there tonight. Charlotte and Dana, they came out, started cutting a promo about her and how she beat Sasha last night at SummerSlam, reclaimed her throne. And then Raw GM Mick Foley came out and he was just like, tonight, there's somebody that's coming one of the highest free agents in New Era. People start chanting Heath Slater. I'm like, man, hey, why would Heath Slater try to come out? Nah, that didn't make sense. But man, I predicted this. If you had to check my takeover prediction video, I even after like that, even my takeover review, I said this too. I said if Bayley does lose to Asuka, she's probably gonna go to the main roster. The only thing I got wrong is she didn't go to SmackDown, and which I see what they did here, because I think that what they were waiting for to move Bayley up, they didn't move Bayley up until Nikki Bella returned. So now we got Nikki Bella on SmackDown and Bayley on Raw, which I wish it really was in reverse. Because when you think about it, man, all the old niggas is on SmackDown. All the old people. John Cena, old. AJ Styles, old. Kane, old. Miz is in his mid. He's right there in his middle. In his 30s, like mid. Zack Ryder's old. He's mid. Other than a couple of NXT superstars that are in there, there's a lot of them that are just like, in their mid-30s. It's a lot of them. I can't even, someone, Sin Cara is up there too, man. He up there in age. There's a lot of them. I can't even, I can't mention off the top of my head, but right now, from where I see it, Raw is the dominant brand, man. Right now, Raw is dominating. Like, Raw, oh yeah, guys, tonight Raw, that same SummerSlam arena, like from last night, They kept that up, man. I hope they keep that up from now on. I hope they keep that up for everything because Raw needed something new, and I hope SmackDown, gets something new as well. But from as of now, even with the cruiserweight classic coming, man, all that stuff. Raw right now to me is the dominant brand. Raw is making moves, and SmackDown. Okay, out of my right now. Let's see. SmackDown would be my favorite show. I really do enjoy SmackDown out of Raw, but right now Raw is making moves, and they're showing that they can be the dominant brand. So yeah, dang. But oh yeah, I kind of got off subject. My bad. But Bailey, oh yeah, Bailey. She debuts tonight. She showed up and right away, man. She jumped right back into the fire. She fired up. She challenged Charlotte for a women's title, and Charlotte was just like, "Well, I'm not even in my wrestling gear, but Dana Brooke is. You can fight her, have a match with her." And Bailey had a match with Dana. This match was actually really, really short. A bunch of moves. Charlotte got involved a couple of times. Dana got a boot to the stomach. And, after that, Dana was just trying her best she was trying to grab Bailey and Thor, but Bailey reversed it right into a Bailey to belly suplex, and she got the win like that. It was a really quick match. But, Charlotte was really mad. Like, she would start screaming and stuff. I'm like, man, that's just not even called for. But, up next, that we had a promo with Roman Reigns, and Tom Phillips was just like, "So did you hear what your opponent tonight, Chris Jericho, said?" And Roman was just like, "Yeah, he's running his mouth again, like he always does. He never stops running his mouth, always running." And pretty much Roman said, "Tonight I'm gonna destroy him. I'm going to be the one who destroy him." Let's see. Sheamus got interviewed right after that. Talking about his first win in the best of 7 series, and the next match takes place next week on Raw. And Sheamus was cocky. He was just like, "I won the first one. I won the first one, fella. I'm better than all." And he named out every single New York team. He was just like, the Knicks. He didn't even say the Nets. He was just like that other basketball team. He said the Giants, the Yankees. He just went through everybody. I was like, dang. He was like, "I'm better than all of them, fella. I'm better, and soon I'm gonna be back up there at the top, fella." I was like, horrible. But next we got Johnny Knockout versus Braun Strowman. Guys. Johnny Jobber. Johnny got knocked out. Johnny Knockout. Yeah, my bad. This man, I don't know what to say. All I gotta say was, and I'm just gonna go ahead. This is gay. This was so gay. I don't even know what that was just weird. Oh, all right, Brian Saxon. Brian, yeah, that man, he asked Johnny Knockout, what made you want to have this match with, what made you want to have this match with Braun Strowman? And Johnny Knockout, this man says, "Because I like big men's." He literally said, "Because I likes big men's." I'm like, man, what? So that man, I swear, man, WWE been scaring me lately with this stuff, man. This crap. I swear, man. First you got the New Day in the club talking about nuts and balls and stuff, and now you got jobbers talking about they love big sweaty men. Man, that is some weird stuff, man. That is weird. Like that. I don't know what's going on with that. I don't know if they think that's funny. That's just weird to me. I was just sitting there. I had no reaction. I didn't know what to do. I didn't really know what to say. I just had my mouth wide open. I'm just like, this man. What is with wrestling and these nuts references and they're really big sweaty men. That just threw me off. But the bell rang. All Johnny got was a kick to the side of the leg, and then he ran back on the rope. Braun Strowman hit that man with a huge club clothesline, flipped him over, picked him up, reverse choke slam, And he knocked him. He beat. Of course, he was gonna win that. Then he grabbed Johnny again. Then he hit that. He drops him face first on the ground, and then Brian orders the referee. He's just like pin, and the referee's just like, "Nah, man, you already won. You already won." And Brian Strowman looked at the ref. He said, "Get your ass down here and count the pin." And he's okay. Then he got down on the ground, and Braun Strowman pinned him again, and 1, 2, 3, and I guess Brian, thought he got two wins. I guess I don't even know, but next match, this was next one. It was a promo. No, it was a goodbye to the Dudley Boys. My bad. I'm gonna go ahead and say the goodbye to the Dudley Boys. I showed a promo because I don't know if you guys remember, but the Dudley Boys returned a year ago today. Right after SummerSlam, that's when they returned, and pretty much they came out and they were talking about how the past 20 years were amazing for them and what all they've accomplished and how they think the universe. And Devon, he got on the mic. He was just like, "Testify, my brother, testify, hallelujah." I'm joking, but they got, they were just like, "Thank you so much, thank you so much." And Devon was like, "One more time, one more, testify, my bro." And as soon as he said, "Bruh," Primo and Epico came out, the Shining Stars. They were just like, "Man, hey SA." So I'm kind of happy you two are leaving. You two washed ups, the fans to start chanting table, which I knew eventually. Since it was their last night, we were gonna see a table tonight, and pretty much the shining stars. They came out. They came on over, and they were just like. Essay, we're and knowing that you two sorry asses, we retiring, what we're gonna do for you? We're gonna give you these tickets to go to Mexico or I don't no, it was Puerto Rico. My bad, they gave him tickets to go to Puerto Rico, and the Dudleys had enough, man. The Dudleys just started whooping tail, and if they hit the 3D on Epico. And then they hit the big diving headbutt to the nuts on Primo. And Devon, like, the crowd started chanting table. He was like, "One more time." He went on there to get a table. They set up the table inside the ring. And guess who attacked him? Man, this was a horrible way to end their careers. Man, Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson comes out, attacks the Dudley Boys. And, first, Bubba, he gets hit with a magic killer outside the ring. Bubba's knocked out cold. Devon was inside the ring. Then Devon got put through the table that they set up with a magic killer. And Gallows and Anderson's music play, and they stand tall in the ring. Why are we seeing Gallows and Anderson twice in one night? I swear that I'm like, man, what? How much mayhem are they supposed to be causing within a show? First, they got that big old clash with the New Day earlier that night, and then after they had that big clash, you were attacking the career-ending Dudleys. That's kind of insane, but yet the Dudleys ended their career with them getting put through tables. Sadly, up next we got our main event. Reigns versus Jericho. This match, it was okay. I ain't gonna lie, guys. My attention was off in this match. I really didn't watch the whole thing. I watched the end. The match ended with the it actually had a really good ending. Most likely because it was over, but like Jericho had ran. He dodged the Superman punch from Roman, and Kevin Owens was on the apron. And instead of Jericho getting hit with it, Kevin Owens got hit with it. Jericho tried rolling up Reigns. Reigns did a flip over. Reigns ran back, speared Jericho. 1, 2, 3. A boring match, and it was also a boring ending to the show. The night ended with Roman Reigns just putting his hands up, saying, "I'm gonna win the title." This, and he got booed, and that pretty much was Raw. That pretty much was Raw. Everything was good all the way up until that last match could have been better. To be honest with you guys, I would have preferred to see let's see what What match was that? I'm trying to look back. I would have I would have preferred to see the Dudley Boys end out the night or something. Not included with that Magic Killer stuff from the Gallows and Anderson, not from the club. But I would have preferred to see that in this match. Because this match was really it was. I'm just gonna say it was boring. Yeah, it was kind of boring. But the debut by Bailey tonight. Let me see. My rating for this show would have to be a 7 out of 10. It wasn't bad. At the same time, it wasn't all that either. A lot of stuff could have been better. So, like, comment, subscribe, and you get a peace out. Well, man, what am I talking about? I just said some like, comment, subscribe. Man, heck no, we ain't anything that's like that. Fire out. Yeah, I think that one's better. Yeah. Inferno out.